This week's guest is the superb comedian and filmmaker JAMALI MADDIX. He has made some of the most captivating documentaries of the last decade. In honour of his appearance, today's episode begins with a short documentary made about Sean's recent interaction with a troll. Earlier this year, I flew to the Italian city of Milan to open for a superstar comedian. I won't embarrass the comedian by naming them, but I will say they use props and they have a vegetable for a head. The show was a great success, and after a quick shower, I sat in a local Italiano cafe autentico to read the avalanche of messages I received. But in amongst the universal acclaim, two messages shocked me to my core. I'm a relatively tough cookie all in all, with skin one doctor described as dangerously thick. But try as I might, these comments wouldn't leave me. My father used to tell me a lot about the anti-Irish sentiment he would receive. And as I stared at a photo of us at my first communion, I decided to do something about it. I would reply to my attacker, ask him if he would talk with me, and explain why he felt he could say those things. 2 days later we met on a Zoom call. My initial plan was to antagonise him by choosing a background that reflected my proud heritage. But I respected him for meeting me, so decided to just ask him who he was, where he came from, and what about me he found so unfunny.
Hey, we've never met before, and it's been so nice meeting you, and I'm really sorry for what I did, and I don't think you should blame Elliot for this.
His apology was a welcome surprise, but still I wanted to know why he sent me those slurs, and what exactly he knew of Elliot.
I just think, if you see injustice, and if you see people in power abusing that power, doing something wrong, seeing something you don't like, you should speak up. I'm not saying you're evil, I'm not saying you have evil in you, I'm saying you've just done something I didn't like. And again, I apologise for what I did, what I said, but it's nothing to do with Elliot, so just leave him out of this, okay? So if you just look after the boy, maybe start paying him a wage, I think the fans would love that. Maybe he's not a sidekick, maybe he's a co-host.
The ramblings of a delusional fool. Yet, as we continued to chat, I saw past his hairline and poor taste. Maybe this man was just another desperate soul, trying to find connection in a fractured world.
I think there's lessons to be learned on both sides here. I think you can learn something from what I've done, and I can learn something from what I've done. The next time you do a tour show near me, I'll come.
This world is a sad, angry, hostile place. Wars, conflicts, prejudices, sorrows, accusations of soiled props. I let a lot of this weigh heavy on me. But as I left and had a walk in the park before the bookies opened, I truly felt something about my fellow man that I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. Our guest this week is a gifted comedian and filmmaker. He has appeared on Taskmaster. He's made multiple documentaries for people like Channel 4 and Vice, but he is most famous for Brexit Stage Left, a travelogue across Europe starring himself and a young pup named Sean McLaughlin. He is a dear friend. I'm delighted he's here. It's JAMALI MADDIX, everybody. Congratulations, JAMALI. How are you, man?
I'm good. You know, talking about Brexit Stage Left, because the show didn't do well here. I don't know if you remember. The show did
in Streatham
in England.
In England, fair enough.
It didn't do well because it came out on the same night as the Grenfell fires, right?
Yeah.
And then it sort of, do you know the one place where it fucking rocked that show and it killed?
Where?
New Zealand.
Are you serious?
But after my New Zealand, I did a tour show in New Zealand, and I come off stage, and how many people came up to me was like, "Where's the fuck Sean?"
Were they saying it like that, or were they saying, "Where the fuck is Sean"?
No. They were like, "Oh my God, Sean McLaughlin."
Are you serious?
Bro, I'm not even lying. It was, and everyone was just like, "Brexit Stage Left's my favourite show. I love Brexit Stage Left."
I mean, it really would have been ideal if it had got big in a country that wasn't the opposite side of the planet.
Do you know as well? Making that show, it's one of the funnest shows I've made, but it wasn't a great show. But it was one of the funnest to make.
Because my memory of that show is I loved the show.
Yeah.
I loved the show. We did a travelogue.
Yeah,
I guess we should explain
the show, yeah.
JAMALI basically called me up one day and said, I've got this contract with Viceland, which, in case you're wondering, it doesn't exist anymore. Viceland doesn't exist.
It doesn't
but he
exist.
said, I've got this contract with Viceland. We're going to make a travelogue around Europe. And I'd like it. Would you be interested in being in it?
Yeah.
And I went, you serious? For you, anything. I mean, to be honest, at that point, for Fred West, anything. I was doing great.
Yeah.
But then I put the phone down and I thought, well, I'll never hear about this again. It's just one of those calls you get. Anyway, about 3 weeks later, I'm in Dublin Airport with 4 cameras in my face. And it was me, you, Fern Brady,
and Alfie Brown. Basically, we did stand up in each city. And it would be one of us would host the city. So it would be like Amsterdam was my city. So that episode, it was me.
I hosted it.
Yeah.
And I believe I had the worst death in my professional career.
He had a bad death.
Yeah.
Because we...
Cheers, man.
Because you do... No. But Berlin.
Yeah, we all
And then
I
went Berlin and I was emceeing and there was this young guy with this really old man. And I kept on saying, who's this old man?
Yeah.
How do you know him? And then he was being really opaque about it.
Yeah, he was.
And really elusive. And everyone kind of was like... Everyone was sort of smirking because they kind of knew something I didn't know. And he goes, it's just a friend. And I was like, well, why are you mates with an old man? And I guess it was determined that he was paying for his time.
I think that was the assumption, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was having a come down in the toilet, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. I mean, that's the thing. I thought it was a fun trip, and I loved that thing.
Yeah.
But if I'm really honest, if I boil it down to it, at its essence, it was 4 comedians having simultaneous mental collapses on film across Europe.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun.
It was fun.
We had a load of fun, man.
Yeah.
I remember I smoked weed in Amsterdam for the first time in 10 years, had a freak out, went to my hotel, watched Finding Dory, didn't even touch the sides.
Yeah, I remember I had to go collect Fern because she had a freak out. It was my birthday, so we went to some punk rave.
You turned... I mean, this is fascinating about you. It's actually a good way into this. Because you were 20... You turned 26 during that shoot.
Fucking hell, yeah.
That's how young you were. And you were already at the point where you were like... companies are throwing money at you. And you're then, it's a trickle-down economics, and Sean McLaughlin's getting the crumbs. And to be honest, man, those crumbs paid for this set. So that's it.
Yeah, I was young. Sometimes I think about it because I did, Hate Thy Neighbor, probably around. It came out when I was maybe 25, but I was probably at 24 when I made it, and I was sort of, at Ku Klux Klan rallies. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a surreal thing to think I did that at that age.
Yeah,
And I wasn't a journalist. I had no. Interviewing background, and they just sort of went, yeah, go and meet these Nazis.
Well, that's why I'm a little bit intimidated by this one, Jamali, because genuinely one of my favourite people in comedy, and I say this sincerely, Jamali, I've had a lot of people sat in that chair, and you're the first person I've respected who sat there. So I want to get this right. But cards on the table, I'm a dog shit interviewer.
Yeah.
I'm going to botch this.
Yeah.
But you're so good. You had like a natural inclination. Because you were going into Klan rallies. You were thinking like the far right in Europe, European football, and you went to like EDL marches.
Yeah.
You were 24.
Yeah.
And how do you prepare for an interview like that? How do you even...
Well, when I did the first episode in Sweden.
Yeah.
And when we did it, there was stuff that we didn't even know what it meant, like alt-right, and we didn't know what it meant. Like they were just saying these words, and we was like, what the fuck is that?
So this is what, like 2015?
Yeah. This was when Trump first ran.
Yeah.
And and I kind of like that episode. I didn't really say anything because I didn't know what you're meant to do. And then sort of slowly and surely, I just kind of, try to ask questions, and then you kind of then you pick up on a style, and then you kind of. Try to learn things like leveling and setting the table and where do you want to get to and how do you get there? What emotions I want to. I had to kind of learn on the job really.
Yeah. So like if an interview is flatlining, what are you doing to keep the ball in the air?
See, this is the thing, and this is what people don't appreciate is sometimes you got to bail.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go, this ain't working.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've bailed so many times.
You have been such a great audience. Thank you so much. I'm learning from the best, and I'm cutting this. I think this has been a score draw for us. Yeah. I'll tell you what I like to do. I bring in a bit of that. Can I ask you a weird question?
Yes.
Can you keep your hand just there?
Okay,
and no further? Because sometimes it draws focus, and the problem is I don't know anything about filmmaking.
Yeah.
And I keep going, why is it fucking weird? Don't apologise. It's my fault.
Okay.
But if you ever do that again, I'm going to... Brett, I mean, this has already been probably the best job I've done on this show. You've just come back from America.
I'm gonna make some new docs, so I'm gonna go back out there and make some stuff.
Is that short for documentary or Doc Martin Boots?
Doc Martin Boots.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
No, yeah, I'm doing some films out there, so I'll be out there a lot, and I want to tour out there more and work out there. I'd live there for periods of time.
Do you still like traveling? Do you still have that hunger to
I
travel?
like being there,
Yeah.
but I don't like flying.
Yeah.
I don't like checking in at the airport. I don't like that. I don't like going through immigration. I don't like any of that.
I'm amazed that you wouldn't enjoy going through immigration.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll tell you something right now, actually. I was going to talk about stuff like this with you. My questions are going everywhere. I was good.
Yeah, take time.
When you did James Corden in America, did it feel like this?
Yeah.
Was it just like a nervous wreck?
Do you know what? It felt less professional when I did his one. Little Palm was like, "Fucking get it together."
Yeah,
mate.
I bet.
Yeah.
The dead. I have to cut that. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that's a reference to.
Keep that in.
I'll keep it in. Well, he's not popular, is he? Was he nice to you?
Do you know what? I just don't know. But this is the thing. This is the thing. I wish I had the oh my god story.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, nothing but very nice.
You travel a lot.
Yeah.
You're going around the world. But do you get sick of it now? Because you say you're older now.
Yeah.
Like, because you're still making these docs. You're
Yeah,
still
yeah,
making
yeah,
these
yeah.
documentaries.
Yeah.
And do you still have that hunger to go to like some dangerous places, or is there a part of it that's just like, can we just make one about what's going on in Argos?
It's an interesting point because it's something I've had to really question myself, and I think that under the parameters of certain things, I do still have that hunger because I thought I'd lost it. Like, 'cause I had done 4 docs before, and they received kind of well. Like,
Oh, they were fantastic.
But
You have a genuine body of work.
oh, thank
And
you.
as a
That's kind of
34-year-old, that's rare.
That's kind of
And as a 34-year-old who sat in my living room, that's even rarer.
Yeah. And I've also done a lot of shit. Like, let's not, you know what I mean? Let's not forget this is my house with Stacey Duke. Like, I've done I've done an absolute pile of gash as well. But I sort of felt like I had lost it, and I felt like I had lost the drive, and I felt like I had lost the je ne sais quoi. Because when watching back them docs, I can see in myself, oh, I'm autopiloting, or I'm not in this.
Yeah.
And then when I did a day's filming. I just hired a camera, heard there was something weird happening, hired a camera guy, went and filmed it, and loved it, and loved every minute of it. And it's like,
This was in Scotland?
yeah,
You're in Scotland?
I filmed that cult that's on the telly.
Okay.
The Kubala cult.
Yeah.
It's a 3 people they live in the forest, and he thinks he's the king of Scotland and is a prophet.
Yeah.
And I went and you know, he's got his Bond woman and his wife, and it's all fucking mad. But that I enjoy because I'm like, because it was on the parameters of, I didn't have to. It wasn't 1,000 people having input.
Yeah.
It was just what I felt was right, and I could trust my own. Because, you know, it's kind of hard. I don't know how. So you cut me off whenever, but it's kind of hard being told you don't know nothing about hosting a doc when you've made over 25 docs. Yeah.
Now, how does that come about even? That's what I'm also curious about. How do you even get an interview? I mean, how do you even approach it? Because are you basically, is it your team or yourself? Like this one you self-produce or another one? Are you basically saying, look, you can't tell them the truth?
No, we do.
What's the truth? Which is, I think you're weird, and if I film you, I'm going to sell more tickets in Colchester. Is that the truth?
That's, okay, no, we don't say that. But what I do say to them, especially when I was doing the Nazi ones, and it's something I do believe, and it's something of why I think people are willing to do films with me.
Nazism, you believe?
Yeah, Nazi.
I could clip that and ruin your life.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it's what is because I say to them, even though I disagree with you, I'm willing to talk with you, and I you know, it's like, even though I'll be honest about what I think of. So it's not, I'm not gonna interview you, then after the fact go and say, yeah, I think he's a piece of shit. If I really honestly think you're a piece of shit, I'm gonna tell you to your face.
Yeah.
And I think people appreciate that. It's not got your journalism. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of more than that. And it's like,
that is, yeah. I do think that's your skill.
and I try to be, and I try not to focus on what they're saying, and I try to focus on who they are. Because what they're saying is sensationalism. Someone says something racist, someone says, and it's like, we can clip that and it's good and we put it on socials, but the actual body of the film is who they are and why they are. Like, why are they like that?
Yeah.
You know, and that's interesting to me, regardless of what it is, it's why.
And it's interesting to everyone. And we have lost a
Yeah.
bit of that in society. Everyone
Yeah.
wants to know, oh, yeah, how did Hitler end up the way he is?
Yeah,
how did
yeah,
Elliot
yeah.
end up like this?
Yeah,
People are interested in this.
Yeah.
And I think
How did Elliot end up like this?
If you can tell me by the end of this, by the way, I'd appreciate it.
You think it's a chat show, it's a doc.
I mean, are there times in these interviews you go, this has been a huge mistake?
Oh, nonce hunting.
Yeah.
When I did paedophile hunters.
Yeah.
I did an episode on paedophile hunters, and I really thought it was going to be a laugh for some reason. I thought, it's going to be a proper laugh.
Yeah.
And then I get there, it's fucking heartbreaking. You're just watching a man's life be ruined from his own mistakes, but you're watching. You're just watching and it's a weird moment when you're driving there and everyone in the car knows he's fucked, but he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And then you get there and it's just.
I do think there is something you've got, Jamali.
Yeah.
And I know this is a weird thing to say to a friend, but when I first saw you do stand-up, and I thought this is the most naturally talented, charismatic person I've seen on a stage since Carrot Top.
But he fucking rocked.
The industry has had to catch up to where you are, because you've made all these things, you've proven your worth so many times.
Yeah, I don't know. And as well, I've sort of. There was an aspect of, I guess it did come too young, because there's a lot of stuff I should have done I didn't do, and there's a lot of, opportunities I blew and stuff like that.
Like what?
I mean, there's sort of like, TV show opportunities, and, I sort of had opportunities to do bigger things, and I sort of said no to them.
Like that video game show that we made in lockdown.
Oh my God, bro. So, do you know something funny about that? Me
and Jamali, just FYI, were this close to making a TV show about video games during the pandemic.
And it was meant to be a small lo-fi show.
Yeah.
Where just me, you, and a guest, and we play video games and talk about video games.
A bit like this. Could have been
like this.
Could have been like the Jamali MaddiX show.
What happened is they then took it to the channel, and then they wanted something different. So it became a big, massive studio show.
Yeah.
And then we were both like, well, we don't want to make a studio show.
I wanted it bigger, to be honest. Me and Jamali had opposite visions of the show. Jamali was like, no, I want it to be cool and small. I want it to be big and lame, okay?
Yeah.
I want there to be a shisha lounge on the set. That's what I said. So wait, what's this thing about the show that you haven't told? Was there something about this show that we almost made that you didn't tell me?
Oh yeah, I think you. I'll tell you after.
All right. Does it make me look bad?
No.
Does it make you look bad?
No. But it's just the explanation of the whole. It's not. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you after.
This is fascinating.
Because I've never told you this, and I don't think anyone's ever told you this. And it's not that I want like a gold star for it, but something happened.
They were going to kick me off, and you fought for me.
It doesn't matter.
Are you serious? Were they going to kick me off and you fought for it?
It doesn't.
Jamali, that is obviously what happened.
I'll tell you after. It's deeper than that. I'll tell you after.
It's deeper than that.
Oh yeah.
We're going to kick him off, and we're going to frankly send him to prison. We're going to get him incarcerated.
Let's just say you've always been told you wasn't a twin. Let's just say that. Let's just say you've always been told that you wasn't a twin.
Jamali, if you stuck your neck out for me, you are a brilliant friend and frankly a fucking idiot. Because I'm a road to nowhere. Anyway, stand up. You break through.
Yeah.
And you were flying. You were flying. You did live at the Apollo before you even did an hour show, right?
I think that's true.
That is an insane statistic.
I think that's true.
That's not many people can say that.
Yeah, because I did my first TV thing I did was why is his name?
Hey, Thy Neighbour.
No, John Bishop's show.
John Bishop.
I did stand up on John Bishop's show.
You know, there's that new film based on John Bishop's life. You know, there's a new film with Bradley Cooper. It's based on John. Do you reckon you're in it? Do you reckon there's a character based on you?
What's really funny is I remember someone sent me. It was like a casting for an advert, and it's like, we're looking for a Jamali type, and I was like, why don't you just ask me? Like, I'm so available and willing to do this advert.
Yeah. Elliot got that job.
Pays dividends.
Yeah, pays dividends.
I play you in the movie as well.
How long have you been going?
Oh, well, that's 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
I started when I was 19.
Yeah.
But I didn't go properly, like multiple gigs a week until I was about 21, 22.
Yeah.
But it was a long road for me. It was a long road.
You were fucking hilarious. I remember that. I remember you always had a bit about eating otter.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was just
yeah, it was funny. We met and we met.
We met at the Fourth Fringe?
No, we met in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, but then we were flying to Rotterdam.
We did the festival together.
We did the festival.
Bro, there was this Rotterdam festival we did, and they for some reason put on this late night comedy show, but it was in the bar.
Yeah.
And the gig was so bad that everyone was pulling out of the gig. And then they were like, and then Marcel was running around saying, "Where's Sean McLaughlin? I need to ask Sean McLaughlin to do it." And I think Sean said, "I'm going to go hide in my room." Sean went in his room. Sean was like, I said, "Marcel's looking for you." He went, "What?" And then he said, "I'm going to hide in my room for a bit." And Sean just disappeared for an hour and hid in his room. And then sort of walked back down saying like, "Oh, what, you're looking for me?"
That weekend was such a, I remember the main thing about that weekend for me was I'd just come out of this horrible relationship, like long-term relationship.
No, I remember, we were talking about it.
And I was like trying to enjoy myself for the first time basically as an adult.
That same festival for me, Tom stayed. I did a spot, went fine. Tom Stade came out and said, "You want to smoke some weed?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So I'm smoking weed with Tom Stade. Then they go, "Oh, you're up for your next spot." It's at the same venue. Because it's like they run a bunch of gigs at the same venues. I go on stage and I'm doing the set and I'm fucking baked and I'm dying. Like, it's one of the worst deaths I've ever had. And I look out in the crowd and it's the exact same crowd. And I'm doing the exact same material. Like, no difference in material. And people are just looking at me like, "What? This is fucking mental. Why are you doing this?"
That's not on you, is it?
But you know where but if I was sober, I would have been like, "You know what's happened?"
Yeah.
And then made a joke out of that. But where I was high, you ever just have that fear and you taste metal? And I just froze on stage.
Do you smoke weed at all anymore?
No,
Man.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Like, I like buying it and rolling it and smell. But like but once I light it and smoke it, it's just fear for 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it?
I get pure.
Because you were the hash hound.
I was the
That's how you introduced yourself to me. You were like, I'm JAMALI MADDIX, I'm the hash hound. And I was like, okay, this guy knows who he is. Well, we've done a while here. How long have we done? Do we know?
Nothing.
Oh, fair enough. Buzzcocks.
Yes.
Do you want to promote Buzzcocks? I mean,
you worked on Bear Series already?
I mean, I'm a writer. My experience is so different from you.
Did you?
I'm basically treated like a sweatshop employee. They fucking hit me.
Just
I go,
kick you in the
can I
ribs.
get some water? And then you go, yes. Well, they will spit in a cup.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. They hit you with socks filled up with Haribos that go in my room.
Yeah.
But there's no rule writing needs to be done.
I would agree with this.
But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we sit around, we chat shit, and then we kind of 5 minutes before going out, we kind of spitball a
It's
bit.
an insane show. You sit around all day, you get high on Haribo.
Yeah.
I've basically got explosive diarrhea. There's a knock at the door. It's Shakira. I don't know what the hell's going on. But do they get guests that you get excited about meeting? Because I think you've always been pretty calm and like a level-headed.
Well, a lot of it's music from a time or a genre I'm not into.
Yeah.
But like we had a Mega Man from So Solid, and I mean when 21 Seconds came out, that was fucking
yeah.
That's changed the way I dressed.
Changed the way I measure time. Yeah. Is there more to come? Do we know?
I don't know.
You don't know. This is why the Sean McTalk show fan need to save Buzzcocks. And while you're at it, ask me to be on the show and not be a writer because I can't take these beatings anymore. Well, that's it. You got to watch Buzzcocks, everybody. Watch the first 4 seasons more than the 5th because my name's in the credits.
Yep.
And that's that. I mean, I'm going to see if I got any more questions. I've absolutely loved this chat.
No, it's been great. You're a fucking consummate professional. In fact, and I love that you're doing this, bro.
Man, I love it too, man. I mean, the fact that someone like you would come here to Streatham, you're in a good mood because I thought he must be in a tight spot.
You think it was looking bad for the kid?
Career-wise,
yeah. I
mean, it's a rainy Monday and you've taken a cab all the way down here.
Yeah,
but I'm going to set you up, man. I'm going to set you up with it.
No, you're not. It's all good. I've done it for you and anytime.
You're the best, man. Where are people able to find your docs?
I'm on it. It's all on YouTube. Honestly,
yeah,
just steal them. I don't mind.
You've heard it here first. I mean, we have a lot of pirates watching.
Yeah, steal them. Steal. Sorry, my mic came off.
No, don't worry about it.
Steal all of them, bro.
Steal Jamali's
Pirate Bay, Mega Video. Just type in "let me watch" and write the name of my documentary.
Yeah, Soul Seek. Don't steal this though. Don't steal this. Elliot, alongside me, go see Is This Thing On when it comes out with Bradley Cooper. Elliot plays Jamali beautifully. My God, what a singing voice.
Did he have to do the voice?
I mean, I'll be honest, I do think Best Makeup Oscar is in the bag. I think it's in the bag. I'm Sean McLaughlin. See you again next Monday. Thank you very much, everybody.